What the heck is crappening, guys? Bearded Storyteller here. Man, I've got the most underdog hated Sig Sauer pistol to ever exist on the face of this planet. I'm gonna go through all that right now. So what I have right here is nothing short of the Sig Sauer SP 2022 Pro Series 9mm. Um, just to safety check, verify it is empty. Okay, nothing in the magazine, nothing in the chamber. All right, everything is clear, empty, good to go. Magazine's empty as well. Okay, so this right here is the most hated Sig pistol to ever exist. I think I'm pretty sure. The P320 is slowly catching up with its downfalls. But these here are some outstandingly good pistols. I tell you what, I am super excited to take this thing out to the range and see exactly what it's made of and what it'll do. So this right here is a double single action. Does have your decocker right here, which you just flip that down and it let your hammer up, just like so. So you can cock and load this thing several different ways. So first thing is, while the hammer is forward, you can obviously pull it, straight back just like so. Um, and you can slingshot the slide forward. You got your slide release, slide catch right here, which is this big old long arm. That doesn't bother me at all. I actually like the way that this pistol feels. It's a pretty nice grip on here. Up here, standard 1713 Picatinny rail, I think is what it's called. Either way, it's your standard 20mm rail, I believe. Fit most of your weapon lights at least on here, which is super cool. Now to decock it, of course, you can always pull back on the hammer and push the trigger and slowly let the slide forward, and then do like that. Or of course, you can hit your decocker, which is gonna let that hammer forward for you. Make sure it's nice and safe. Um, Now, the trigger pull on this thing, I wouldn't call it the most terrible, but I wouldn't call it the greatest either. So it's a rather strange one. So it's a really long pull. We'll get it lined up here for you. So it is a rather long pull all the way back, but once it breaks, I mean, it's nice, but it's a very smooth long pull. Of course, once your hammer is back, just like so, you got just a little bit of take up right there, but a very nice, probably 3.5, 4 pound trigger pull. It's very nice. Um, of course, this is your regular, just black finish. I want to say this is probably more like an NDLC coating. It does have your Sig Light night sights on it, which is super cool. They glow in the dark, which is that's a nice feature as well. Now apparently these are a little bit rare because it's they mostly made these in 40 Smith and Wesson apparently. So to find the SP 2022 Pro Series in 9mm apparently is pretty rare to find. So of course it does have just a little minute, very small amount of wobble between the slide and the frame of the pistol. But it's a very nice, it's a smooth pull back. It's very nice. Let's go ahead and just take the magazine out. So it's a very nice, smooth pull. It's very awesome. Up top here, we do have your loaded chamber indicator. Just, pretty standard for most handguns nowadays, pretty much. So they started making these in 2009. Uh, I don't know which month of 2009, but they started releasing these here in America 2009. So up here on the slide, we do have these little divots on each side, just like so. So you can kind of grab it and do your press checks if you want to. You know, fairly easy, standard operation. You know, just pull it back enough to see. Of course, you can also pull it back here, whatever you want to do. Um, Now, there's a couple of things I don't care for on this one. I'm not going to lie to you. Skirt. There's a couple of very stupid minor details that I don't like about it. First thing is the trigger, whenever you pull it, this hammer is so spongy once it hits, you know, where the firing pin is. Watch. Let's try that again. It's a very spongy, just hard to explain it, but it's just it feels kind of cheap, if you will. Another thing is the decocker on this thing. I also do not care for this decocker whatsoever. So you pull it down, but it I'm gonna try to do this. This is gonna be a little awkward for me, but I'm gonna try this. So if you pull down and hold it, you can see like your finger is what actuates this. So it's not like your other handguns that have your decocker on it. I don't know if all SIGs are this way. I've got not even the slightest clue in the world. But it's an awkward, and it just, you hear the spring in there whenever it happens. Like, listen, I'm gonna stick this over by the microphone. Listen. See, it's just like a super cheap, chintzy kind of feeling decocker, but it works. It does work. I can indeed witness that. So this right here is not an exact copy, of course, but it's basically the same size as your P229. Okay, it is basically a P229 with a polymer frame instead of your metal or aluminum frame. Forgive me for not being very educated on SIGs. After all, this is my very first SIG pistol I have ever owned in my life. I can tell you that of all the guns that I have in my collection, I have never owned a gun that was so hated on than this one. A lot of my friends and buddies, they absolutely despise me because I got this gun and not a real 229. You know, they're like, oh, that's not a real SIG. That's a Playboy SIG. That's a plastic SIG. You know, if you're going to get one that looks like a 229, you might as well spend the extra few $100s and get a 229. I'm like, oh, yeah? So this isn't a real 229? Well, guess what? The PSA Dagger ain't a real Glock, but you're still out there buying the damn thing. Okay, the Gerson Regard MC isn't a real Beretta 92 FS, but you're still buying the damn thing. Okay, they're still selling bukus of them. What's that other one? That Taurus PT92? It's not a real Beretta 92, but people are still buying them. I mean, come on, man. Like, what the hell does it matter? I didn't spend your money on this. As a matter of fact, I didn't even spend my own money on this. I traded my Glock 19 Generation 4 for this. Even trade, no money on either end. And I got this just a few days ago. And, you know, the thing is that, truth be told, the Glock was not worth what this one is worth. Okay. This one here is about a 600-ish, 650-ish dollar gun. And my Glock used with a butchered frame and a stipple job and all this other junk on it and everything, it really wasn't worth more than about $300. Because once you stipple a gun and once you modify it and, you know, do the trigger guard undercut and all that stuff, like, you really ruin the value of it. So this one is obviously completely unmolested. Nothing has been tampered with or nothing. It's completely original as you would have gotten it brand new from the factory. Everything is still the same in it. And not to mention, it came with your one Metgar 17 round magazine, and then it came with 2 extra actual Sig Sauer um, Sig Pro 9mm 15 round magazines. So, you know, mind you, these magazines are like 40-50 bucks a piece. They're steep. Uh they're like an olive green too, which is kind of strange. I don't know if that's a SIG thing or what, but you can see they're kind of like an olive green, military green kind of color. They almost match my ammo cans, my military ammo cans that I have. But it's like a little bit darker shade of green. So more like an olive green, but you can see like it really doesn't match, like even closely. So I'm not sure what that all is about. But anyway, they're very smooth to load. I know that. That's nice. That's good. So anyway, back to the actual purchase at hand, or the actual trade at hand, whatever you want to call it. So I traded with a guy even swap, and what happened was he bought this brand new back some while back, I don't know when, and he took it out to the range and he shot it, and he just didn't like it. He's a Glock guy naturally. He owns a bunch of Glocks, and so the only gun he didn't have was a Glock 19 Gen 4. And so I found him online, and on the you know what, I'm not gonna disclose the name of the website that I found him on, but anyway, it's a gun website, and it so happens to be he lived around my area. So I went and I offered up my Glock 19 Gen 4 for this, and he said yes. So I was very upfront with him about everything going on with it. I sent him a ton of pictures of it and everything. And he was like, "That's fine, man. Yeah, sounds good. I'm just looking for something that's easier to conceal carry and XYZ." So I was like, "Okay, well, that sounds good, man. If you like it, I like it. We'll go ahead and just trade straight up." So that's what we did. And I'm gonna go ahead and kick myself in the ass because my Glock 19 was my main concealed carry gun that I had, and I'm gonna miss it. I'm really gonna miss it, and I'm probably gonna turn around and get another one, but that's okay. So everybody's hating on me because I got a polymer frame SIG instead of, but the thing that's kind of weird, people, is the fact that everybody loves the P365 and the P320 and all these other SIG products, but they also have polymer frames. But this isn't a real SIG because it has a polymer frame. And I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't make a lot of freaking sense, but all right. Anyway, guys, I was gonna have a range trip. I had it planned for February 8th, and then go figure, we have a crap ton of rain supposed to be coming. Guys, it has been raining every deadgum day just about for the last month straight. I tell you, our ditches are completely full of water. There's so much water everywhere. It's just crazy. And we've got 100% chance of rain literally on the 8th, 2 days from now. And I'm like, well, crap. I guess I'll have to postpone my range trip. So whenever the weather clears up, I'll give a range report on this one, as well as the Taurus, what's that thing? Taurus G2C, and I got some other handguns that I need to take out and shoot. My Glock 21 for sure, and a couple other ones. So I'll let you know how that goes whenever I just simply get around to it. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for now. If y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, be sure you leave it down in the comments section down below. If you want to, be sure to like and subscribe. Y'all take care. Have a great day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.